The art we're going to show you is called Balintawak. It's a Filipino martial art that was culminated out of another system, Dulce Peris, which basically means the 12 pairs. The original Grandmaster, Francis Baker, was the premier single stick fighter out of Dulce Peris. He had a split with the Panetti brothers and formed his own system. And the name Balintawak comes from the fabled rebellion Pride for Balintawak in the Philippines. It actually was started on Balintawak Street in Cebu City. Just like all Filipino martial arts, it is an edged weapon art. Meaning it is cultivated, we do it in the stick, cultivated through the stick, but it is a sword or bladed art. Filipino systems are probably the foremost experts in bladed art form. So when you keep that in mind when we're going through the drills. But also to it, Balintawak isn't just a bladed art form, it is an empty hand system as well. The mother art for all Filipino martial arts systems was Kali. There's 12 areas of concentration in the system: single stick, double stick, stick and knife, flexible weapons, projectile weapons, empty hand, and so on. What we are going to show here in the Balintawak is going to concentrate on the single stick and those famous 12 pairs, which we call the quintada. It's the 12 angles of attack, how to defend and counter strike, and then we will show an empty hand portion of it. Okay, so with that, and of course, I've been studying Balintawak since '95, I believe. I've been through other Filipino systems as well. It doesn't matter what they are. They're called by different names depending on the archipelago, what island they come from. It could be Kali, could be Eskrima, could be Arnis. This isn't the only system I've been through. So with Mike, first thing we're going to demonstrate is the actual basic quintada, which just means counter for counter, counterplay. I will be feeding Mike the 12 basic strikes, and he will be blocking and returning strike, okay? All right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Those are the 12 basic strikes. Now to that, when you develop in the Balintawak system, you also learn an empty hand portion. The Filipino martial arts systems do it a little bit backwards than the traditional Japanese systems or even the Chinese systems. These systems were cultivated through war, the Spanish invasion, and eskrima matches or fencing happened to fend off what was, I think, about 100 years of conquest from the Spanish conquistadors. Now, just to give you an idea of the validity and the lethal aspect of Balintawak and Filipino systems, going back in your history books, does everybody remember the famous navigator Magellan? Everybody remember Magellan? He was killed by a Filipino chieftain named Lapu-Lapu. Now, they had body armor, they had steel, they had swords. And it is rumored that Lapu-Lapu killed Magellan with a fire-hardened pointed stick. You go to the Philippines, and I believe it's in Cebu, they have a statue erected to Chieftain Lapu-Lapu. That is a fact. He killed Magellan with a stick. Second to that point, the American occupation of the Philippines, I believe it was just right after World War I. And we, when I say we, military personnel, American personnel, were being attacked randomly in the streets by what were called Germantados. These were Muslim Filipinos that were going to attack in random groups. And they were using swords and an attack. in a basic, what we call Sinwali fashion, going into crowds, swinging swords, killing 2, 3, 4 people at a time. It was those attacks that caused the American military, the officers, to switch from a .32 caliber sidearm to a .45 because they simply weren't stopping, didn't have the stopping power. So that speaks of two different aspects of the real sheer lethalness of this system. Now we're going to cultivate the stick, we're going to train the stick, because obviously I've known Mike for a lot of years. I'd like to see him Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. All right? So we showed you the 12 basic strikes. Now we're going to show you what we call the hand drills. There's 7 hand drills, but this is the platform that starts in the empty hand side of it. So we're going to start with the first hand drill, which is a speed hand drill. Mikey's going to feed you. Mikey's going to move to number 2. Okay? Then we're going to move to number 3. Okay? Yeah. And these are just drills. The whole idea of this is to mess up. See, it actually cultivates hand speed. That is the platform, after you get the stick and the weapon side of it done, to go on the empty hand side. Going back to what I was saying, they did it backwards. They figure if I can use the stick first, the stick is an extension of my hand, and this actually moves faster in my hand. Then the empty hand side of it will be that much more easy. So they cultivate the weapon side first, and then they go to the empty hand side. Now what we're going to show you, showing those two aspects, the basic lampada and the hand drills. We'll show you a little demo with all of it, okay? Back to it. Show you again, this time 1 through 12. Oh, sorry. Okay.